guys, welcome to the Under the Covers channel. This is Suzanne and today I'm going to be talking about how I organise my ebooks. So when I say ebooks, I am pretty much talking about my Kindle. The Kindle is the only e-reader that I've ever had. I've had a couple of them. So if you are on a different platform, you may be able to follow some of the principles because I don't really know how other e-readers works, but I will be giving you like a detailed step-by-step about one, just a general overview of how I organise my books, and two, how you can actually do this on the website. Now some basic principles about how I organise my ebooks. So first of all, Kindle allows you to create something called a collection, which is just a fancy name for a file which you can put books into. So that is how I've organised mine, by different types of collections. Now I have 3 different types of collections. I have, because I read ARCs, I have like a date collection. So for example, May 2020, and all the books that I need to read by the end of May 2020 will be put into that collection. Once I finish reading it, I will then remove it from that collection and put it into one of my other collections, which I'll be talking about. And so the other collection I have is genre collections. So those will be contemporary, paranormal, urban fantasy, historical. I have an array of different genres that I can put my books in. And then lastly, I have author collections. So these will be authors that I kind of have a lot of books by that author. I've got an Ilona Andrews, I've got an Nalini Singh, I've got a Cresley Cole collection, and all the books from that author will go into that collection. Another thing, that my collections are mutually exclusive. So if I have got a Cresley Cole book, I will put it into the Cresley Cole collection, but I will not put it into a genre collection, because I just find it makes it easier to find. I don't want books in multiple collections. Each book should only be in one collection. So if I finish my book, which was due in May 2020, I will then move it from that collection to either a genre or a author collection, so that I know where that is. However, although I have this set up, all my collections are for books that I have read. The books that I have not read, I have dumped into a collection called, I think it's TBR Unread Books. And this for me is a project. I really want to get this collection sorted out. I want to have 2 types of collections: unread collections and read collections. So for example, I want an unread contemporary collection as well as a read contemporary collection, so that when I don't know what to read and I kind of like, I'm in the mood for like a paranormal, what unread paranormal books do I have, I can go to my unread paranormal collection and just scroll through and see what's there. At the moment that's really difficult because they are all just lumped into one. So it is my aim by the end of the year to have some unread collections as well. So you can actually do this on the device itself. However, it's kind of painstaking and makes you want to pull your hair out. It's not like the easiest way to do it. I have found that the best way to kind of create and sort collections on a when you want to do a lot of books at once, doing it on your device is fine if you're just moving over one book, but if you want to move over multiple books and create a new like system for how you file these on your Kindle, then you really need to do it like on the website, because it is so much easier and does not make you want to like throw your Kindle across the room. So I will switch over to my computer screen now, and I will be going through the exact steps that you need to take to be able to create a system of collections, however you want to do it, on your Kindle device. So guys, first of all, you will need to go on to Amazon. I'm obviously from the UK, so I will be showing you through how to do it through the UK website. I imagine that anywhere else is like set up virtually the same. So you go here and you find wherever it is on your site, find the manage your content and devices link. So this brings up all the books that you have. So these will be the books that you have bought through Amazon. And as you can see, I've got a Kindle Unlimited book here that I've downloaded but I haven't read yet. So that will show up as well. It will also show you how many collections each book is in. You'll see that I've got some which aren't in collections. And as I said, this is something that I'm really keen to sort out. Also, if you say get ARCs and things and you send them to your Kindle, they will show under docs. So they will show under docs here. And there you go. So these are all the docs that I've received. So these will probably mostly be, or almost entirely be, I imagine, the ARCs that I have received. And you see that I've sorted these into collections, well, most of them into collections as well. So then let's have a look at my collections. So I spoke a bit about the collections and how I like them to be. So let me just modify this to sort by A to Z, because that's how I like it to show up on my Kindle. So these are all the collections that I have created. As I said, these are only the books that I have read. All my unread books I have dumped in this to be read collection here, and there are many other books that don't have a collection that are just hanging around on the cloud that I haven't sorted out, and that is a project that I plan to do in the future. And when I do that, I will be organising it through the site, because it is so much easier to do it on the site than it is to try and do it through your actual Kindle device. So here are my like ARC collections of the books. It's sorted by the date that it's to be released. So as you can see, I am 7 items behind on April's, which does not bode well, being as it's almost the end of April now. And then this is basically my dump here, my to be read. And all these are books that I have read, and I have sorted them out by, you can see I've got some authors that I like, and I have a lot of their books, so I've decided to create them their own shelf. And then also I've gone by genre, so I've got classics, contemporary, fantasy, historical, where the rest, LGBT, paranormal, romantic suspense, sci-fi, steampunk, thrillers and mysteries, young adults, urban fantasy, and obviously I've created a DNF file here for things that I don't like. So that is how I sort my shelves out. I also have a policy of only having one book should only be in one collection. So if for instance, my Aurora Rose Reynolds books, all her books are in here. Although they are contemporary books, you won't find them in the contemporary collection. They will all be in the Aurora Rose Reynolds collection, because I wanted to keep it quite simple. So my project for myself for my Kindle was to get rid of this shelf and basically have read and unread. So all these are read, but I also, for instance, would like an unread contemporary shelf, an unread fantasy shelf, so that when I, really in the mood for a paranormal, I can go to my unread paranormal shelf or collection rather, and find a book. So now let's talk about how you would get your books into collections. So if you haven't got any collections at all, you can create a collection here. So you'd go create new collection and then enter the collection's name. So let's get started on my unread. So unread contemporary, create new collection. So when your Kindle device updates, this will update on your Kindle device as well. So it should be probably around at the bottom somewhere. Unread contemporary. There's no books in it at the moment. So what I would then need to do is go to, actually let's go into my to be read. And let's start off with getting this. So let's find some contemporary romance here that I haven't read. Oh gosh, I probably should have started with a different genre. me before you. So there we go. So then add to collections, and then I can type it in, and then it will come up here. Otherwise the whole list is here. So I want it in unread contemporary, and then it shows up there, and then I can put add to collection. There we go. Where did it go? But I also want to remove it now from this collection. So remove from collection, because I've already sorted it out, and my aim is to get rid of this folder. And basically I would need to go down here and move these over into the correct collection. You can do more than one at a time, so let's see if I can find a few more contemporaries. So that's a contemporary. Oh gosh, I think that must be a contemporary as well. I'll have to kind of check all this. Oh, that's a contemporary. That's a contemporary. So, and then add to collections, unread contemporary, add to collection, and that's added all of those at once. And then I would need to, what was the other book? That one. Remove from collection. There you go. So that is how you do it. Obviously, you can see it if you've got a lot of books like I have, and these are the ones that I've put in collections. I do have a whole host of books that I haven't put into collections. I wonder if I can. No, I would have to scroll through, I think, and find the individual books that aren't in collections. So that's how you would organise your book into collections. Obviously, that's how I organise it. I like to do it by genre, and I also want to have a separation between the books that I've read and the books that I haven't. And that's how I plan to do it. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but hopefully soon I can have them all sorted out into some beautiful collections, and it'll be much more organised. So there I was at my screen. I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any collections or you want me to elaborate, please let me know in the comments, and I am happy to answer any questions for you. I have found that organising my ebooks like this does make my life a lot easier. There's less searching around for stuff, and I know I know where to look if I'm looking for a particular thing. Obviously there is still some work to be done for me to get this organised 100% as I would like it, but I am going to be working on that this year. Like I said, any comments, questions, let me know. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to see more from us, please don't forget to subscribe from the channel. We have some fantastic content for you. And you can also find us on underthecoversbookblog.com, where there's some even more fantastic content. And follow us on social media. We're everywhere, but we mainly horn Instagram and Facebook. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all in the next video.